Hi, folks. Waldo Waldman here on a beautiful Sunday afternoon in Atlanta, Georgia. The topic that I want to discuss today is one of the most important things you can do as a leader, and that is to be a great communicator. Not an average communicator, not a good communicator, but a great communicator. And we're going to talk a ton about communication in the sessions that I delivered to you. But today I want to share a story about an experience that I had in Randolph Air Force Base, Texas, where I was a young instructor pilot in the Air Force. See, I accidentally overslept one morning and I was subsequently late for a mission briefing. And when you're late for a mission briefing that we all have prior to flying, you impact that mission. And as a consequence, you're grounded. You don't fly that day. And if it happens continuously, there's a chance that you lose these wings permanently and you can get grounded forever. So it's a big deal. So when I showed up to the squadron, I wasn't feeling very motivated when my commander approached me, and I was expecting for him to chew me out. This guy was no ordinary commander. He was really, really intense, a former F-15 fighter pilot. We all respected him, but he was pretty hardcore, and you didn't want to mess up in front of this guy. And he came up to me and he said, "Waldo, you're never late. What's going on? Is everything okay at home? Do you feel all right? Do you need a day off? Talk to me." And quite frankly, I was shocked. I didn't expect to hear it. And I said, "Psycho, I'm fine. Just leave me alone and I'll be on my way." And he said, "No problem, Waldo. Just let me know if I can help you out." Never mentioned a thing about it afterwards. And at that moment, I realized that Major Pat White, call sign Psycho, cared about me. And as a consequence, I put more effort in for him. You see, he told me, or he showed me, that he was a leader by the questions that he asked. What questions are you asking your peers, your buddies, your partners, your spouse or best friend when they show up with an engine failure or wing clipped, maybe late for something they should have been on time for? See, I think part of communication is asking questions and not assuming things as leaders. And we know what happens when you assume things, right? And Psycho acknowledged me as a person, as a man. He realized that I might have had a life outside of the fact that I was a pilot in that squadron that just may have taken precedence over flying that day. And I think when you acknowledge as a leader with the folks that you interact with that they may have stuff going on, some missiles, some engine failures, some personal challenges that may be interfering with their ability to show up on time. And it's, when you ask them those questions and communicate and then listen, I think you really, really create an environment of courage and accountability. Colin Powell, you guys know that name. He has a quote I want to share with you. "Leadership is solving problems. The day soldiers stop bringing you their problems is the day they've either lost confidence that you can help or concluded that you don't care." And as soon as your wingmen see that you don't care, they're not going to push up the throttle for you. They're not going to go the extra mile. And what I did for Psycho is I volunteered for the tough jobs. I came in early, stayed late. When he needed me to do something, man, I was there for him. I put in the effort because he respected me as a person. He inspired me here. And as a result, my commitment followed. I pushed it up for him. So listen to your teammates. Ask them the questions. Acknowledge them. Acknowledge them as people first. So when those missiles come, the challenges come, you need them to go the extra mile and push up the throttle for you, despite being a weekend or budget cuts or whatever. They'll go to full power for you. Be a leader. Be a communicator. Be a great listener. Talk to you soon.